Welcome back to Farming Simulator and the Everything Challenge on the No Man's Land map. Over in our main base here. It is November, picking up the herbicide sprayer to come over here and finish off the spraying that was missed in this big wheat field. Over there on the left hand side is our stone picker, busily doing that massive field. We've got a couple of months to deal with it and to get it finally ready for March. It looks like that stone picker is going the wrong way. I don't know why it seems to always want to go the opposite direction where it needs to go. I don't know whether it has no detection logic for stones or what, but let's hopefully set this off again. I just started this, the session and told the worker to do this, so it had just gone from halfway down to here. So yeah, kind of annoying that. Somehow we missed this corner of weeding. You can see the weeds in the field. So let's quickly jump into the, what is this tractor? The Massey with the narrow tires. Get the herbiciding done. And then we can get into some other cool stuff. Particularly I want to do some horses and timber today. So let's get that all started and I'll see you at the end of a quick time lapse. Alright, that's that job done. Let's park that back into here. On the way home, I bought another pallet and filled that guy up so he's close to full. And I also maintained the Massey. That's why the petrol and the maintenance is a lot better now. Let's have a run over to the horses, which is one of the things I want to get done today. I should have bought the horses much sooner because it's all about an age game where how long you have them, and much like the pigs, after many years they finally get sold, grow up and get sold. So let's come over here and buy some horses. This mod I have, I'll put the name on the screen, has 8 bays. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Yep, 8 bays. So let's buy 8 horses. There happens to be 8 selections, so let's just buy one of each. So, kind of a weird UI. I wish the spacebar could just be used like space through these rather than a mixture of space and the enter sign. The other thing I find semi-annoying is the enter only works using the enter key next to like backspace, shift and control. It doesn't work on the numpad. So yeah, I kind of wish that the other enter on the keyboard worked. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Looks like we got that correct. And so yeah, we can open the gate and come in here. The models are really nice. I like the animation. Yeah, it's really cool. So I believe at some point we'll get an icon on these and we can ride them and stuff like that. And so yeah, then when they get to, I think it's like 2 years, somewhere around there, they will be fully grown and they'll go from being worth like $100 each to a couple of thousand. So where are we with the barn? The barn has straw, but it doesn't have food, and you can see that health bonus there about how well we're giving them food and stuff. So let's get a bale of hay in there. Do we have a forklift around here? Sometimes we park it in this little bay here. We don't. Let me go find the forklift and I'll be right back. Alright, we have our trusty, I think it's Lizard 45. It's a mod. I'll put the name on the screen. The benefit it has is that it has 4 tongs rather than 2, so you can better model the lifting up of 2 pallets, and also has quite a good weight ability, so you can pick up like all 3 of these if we wanted. For now, I think I'll just pick up 1 bale and get it over to the horses. We probably should be doing this with a telehandler. We're probably getting close to the point where we can buy one. I'm a little bit worried about money because I do want to expand the olives and the grapes this year, so that is going to take a fair bit of money. I assume this doesn't have to get shredded in. It's like maybe like the sheep where we just dump it and it will get consumed. And is it going to disappear? Yep. So let's have a look at the animal menu. And we can look at all our new horses. There we are. So all of them. They're all worth about $100. And I think they go up to about $2,000 when you sell them, maybe even more. The pen itself has hay. I could look at that bale. Fixed it up. Base food and root crops. So much looks like it's kind of like the pigs, where you can get a higher percentage of effectiveness if you get the right ratio. I don't know what the other crop is that it wants. So they're only going to grow at 38% effectiveness right now. And we've filled a lot of the capacity. So, yeah, I probably won't do it today. Oh, here it is. Hay, oats, and sorghum. So, yeah, I'll leave it at this for now, and we'll worry about the effectiveness of them later. So let's get this back. I do believe that the chickens have a whole lot of eggs, so while we've got a forklift handy, let's go grab some eggs. We've never delivered them anywhere yet, so I believe the only place that actually wants the eggs is the bakery for cake. So my plan is not to make too much. I mean, there's a lot of mods out there that have massive chicken farms, and then you end up making a huge amount of eggs. And I think eggs are relatively profitable. But in this playthrough, my goal here is just to make enough to make sure that we can make cake. This ground needs some smoothing out. It's got a bit of a dip to it. But yeah, I do like this model because you got the forward prongs and it's kind of a bit more realistic. Let's just deliver these two over to the bakery. And actually, before I go too far, I just want to double check that these guys have food. We need to do it this way. Chickens. Yeah, actually we should deliver some grain to these guys as well to keep them going. So run these over to the bakeries just over here on the corner. And then we can jump into another task. The big one is timber. Our sawmills need a lot of product added to them. I'm not sure where I'm going to cut down. We have some trees that we've planted that probably are a good candidate. I wouldn't mind thinning out this grove a little bit either. These are kind of in the way. Hopefully we can squeeze in here and get these unloaded. There we go. And then we can activate cake. I think cake's one of those ones which is kind of epic. Like it's a milestone because it involves so many different productions to be in the chain working. Where is our production menu? There we go. What we need is our bakery right here. And so, yes, we have everything in supply. The numbers are kind of not drawing right. Is it going to update? There it goes. So we could deliver another couple of pallets. Sugar is low. I assume we do have the sugar factory set to distribute and turned on. We didn't turn on sugarcane, so we should turn that on. It's just, yeah, it's distributing, just a slow production. So this is 2 times 12. So 24,000, so that's risky 10 months worth, and 2 times 12, 24. Yeah, so there is 10 months and about 7 months. So there's nearly 2 years of product inside that facility. So it may be worthwhile skipping sugar beet next year. And I mean, sugarcane will regrow in the field that it's in. So maybe we just go with sugarcane going forward and maybe don't do sugar beet. Sugar beet can be put, I believe, into the bio plant. Yeah, it can. So that could be an interesting alternative to slurry and manure, which we're currently relying on. So yeah, that's that done. We can leave that mess the way it is. At some point, we should bring all this honey up to the cereal factory up north, but that's fine. Let's find a tractor and do a little bit of grain delivery. Might do this as a time lapse as I just go around and deliver a couple of loads of grain to various places. So what tractor do we have left over? So yeah, we've got the Fent here. So let's get this guy. Since he is poorly maintained, we will maintain it, get some petrol into it, find a trailer, add that, and then just do a couple of grain deliveries around the map. Alright, that's the pigs and the chickens all fed. Didn't take too long. I'm pretty sure that the rest of the productions are all full of potatoes and sugarcane and all that stuff. So there's no real need to dig into that. So let's do the next major part that I want to jump into, which is the timber stuff. We'll jump into our trusty Volvo here. And we need to decide where we're going to cut down. We do need to cut down some of those smaller trees right there in front of us so we can put our house there, but we can do that with a chainsaw. It's not worth using the big excavator for that. The pot of trees right there that kind of is behind those buildings there, I'm tempted to leave from an aesthetic point of view. I think they look quite nice. All the ones right here are there for aesthetic reasons too, but the ones on the left here are not. And so I think there's two rows here. I think I might leave the row that's next to the shop, but I'll start cutting down the left-hand row. I do believe that they are mature, as in they're at full height. Yeah, these ones on the left here. So let's run it down this line. We'll cut down all the ones on the left, and maybe even the ones that are further down past the shop on our right hand side, and get a good, let's say, 20 trees cut down. So let me do this. I'm a bit rusty. I have not done I haven't played this game in a couple of weeks actually, but I have not done this timber stuff for a while. So let's see if I can remember how to go up and down and all that stuff, and get the green bar when it needs to go. And I'll see you at the other end of the time lapse as we get, as I said, about 20 down. I think I'll make this the last big one we'll do for now. We'll leave the excavator over here to do more. I want to see how many we've actually got by putting them into a trailer and starting to deliver them. I've been taking out some of these smaller ones along the way because they're just going to be a pest when we try to log the future ones. You can see a little sapling there. Just, I don't know if you can see it right here. A little sapling from all the planting I did a couple of months ago. and I don't want those to be hard to log just because those small ones, which are a part of the original map, are still on the ground. So the ones that are on the map to begin with will not grow anymore, and the ones that you plant with a planter will grow. If you place them with the construction tool, they won't grow either. So that's not a trick to get a cheap log out of the ground. That grove in front of us might not be the worst choice, but also culling out. I'm not overly aligned to keeping those ones over there tall. But yeah, we've got a fair few piles. Probably, I lost count of how many trees it was, but yeah, 10 to 15, maybe a bit more. Let's grab the trailer. It's over there next to our sawmill. So the ones on the left here I'm going to keep for aesthetic reasons. But over here I'm definitely going to plant and then log this entire hill. You can see that there is planting in here. And so we'll have to make sure that in probably 2 or 3 months, maybe in the winter months, we get the cedar out and do some more. And as I said before, these ones are going to get kept as well from an aesthetic point of view. What have I done with a tractor? Let me jump around. So this tractor finished its job because it hit the edge. Let me just set the stoner off again in this direction. Hopefully it will go to the left. Odds are that it won't. So that's what the New Holland's doing. The Massey's probably a bit small to do this. It needs to be a bit more weight. So let's probably use the Fent. And here's the Fent. So let's use this guy. I'll grab the trailer. I'm going to fill up the sawmill to the north first. If you recall, I mentioned this a couple episodes ago. I want to get rid of this sawmill right here and put down a warehouse instead. So our choices are to put another one of those down, which is the bales and pallet warehouse from the base game. I'm going to use that one for bales, and we could put another one down for pallets, so you can put like anything in it, like you can put bread and stuff in it, I believe. Or I actually have a mod that looks like a warehouse, like a very industrial warehouse with semi-trailers and stuff. I want to put that there instead. So the goal with this one here, if we look at the production, is to empty it out and just get it completely finished with what it's got in it. So currently it's this one. Actually, I might even activate normal planks. So yeah, get through all this wood and get these wood beams and everything else out. And then I'm going to remove this from the map and the replacement will go right there. I can't put too many buildings in that area because it's such a thoroughfare for harvesters and stuff. So it's not like I can afford to, or I have the space to put down a second production right there. But we'll get rid of that. So because of that, we're not going to deliver these logs there. And I'm pretty sure this sawmill right in front of us, which is our very first thing we put down, yeah, it has tons in it. So let's pick up these logs, and then we're going to go all the way up north, oh, you can't see it, way up there, and we'll get these delivered to our new sawmill that we put down in episode 50. So let me run around and do this. We're using the universal load mod. Logging's the only one that I want to use this type of auto loading. I like this universal load mod. It's slow, like it doesn't make the things teleport too fast. It's like one by one. You have to be stationary. You can't just like drive next to it and it pops into it. So it has a little bit of realism to it. I think that's nearly a load. Maybe get one more pile. It also doesn't have a pallet selection problem going on. I think that might be the, yeah, that's the limit. So you don't have to go, hey, I want to pick up logs, I want to pick up pallets, or wherever it is. So yeah, it works on most trailers, I believe. I don't think you have to be overly specific. I know this trailer, which is the base game, normal, non-mod trailer, if you leave it strapped, it really wants to topple over. And I think it's generating the center of mass, and it generates it very, very high. So if you leave it unstrapped, it seems that the logs don't get included in the calculation of the center of mass, and it stays nice and low. So as long as you don't overload it too much, you can drive along with it unstrapped. Some of these trailers, those prongs, you can lift up and down. I don't know. Yeah, this is one of those here. I'm using the left button on the Xbox controller and then the right-hand joystick. You can go up and down. So maybe I'm just overloading it a bit by having such a high prong. If we go around the corner. Whoops. Let's strap that for a sec as I go around corners. And I'm unstrapped again. And then we're going to deliver this to the sawmill. We also have a new paper mill that we haven't ever put logs into, so we'll deliver at least one load to that. This sawmill has the same production rate as the one down south, the one we're trying to move out of the way. The only slight difference is it does, or A, it looks different, just a different model. And B, you actually can put it into a high-speed mode. Ooh. So just being very careful here. Where's the unload point? Is it over here on the left? Oh, there it is. Ah! Come on. Yeah, so if I unstrap it, see how it just stabilizes? Ah! Yeah, that front dolly just makes it so unstable. Yeah, I think I might upgrade to the semi-trailer one if we do much more logging. But yeah, it's kind of annoying. So yeah, let's get our first load done. Whoops. Let's try to get the right keystroke then. I was off by one. I pressed E instead of R. And there we go. So we put 22,000 in. And we can activate this now. So you can, as I said, there's the fast version and the slow version. So we're very interested in getting these plants longs made. And so 24 times 4, what's that? Roughly 10,000 logs per day, which is a pretty good rate. But the fast one is like ballistic. What's that? That's like, well, that's a lot. 120,000. So yeah, completely different amount. I don't want to use the fast. I'm just going to be using this one. 24 times 416. I believe that is the same speed. Yeah. No, is it about twice? 24,208 versus, yeah, 24,416. So this is about twice the speed. We'll try the normal ones for now. I'm not going to do wood beams or prefab walls right at the start because we just need so much plants long. It is set to distribute. Wood chips are going on the ground. At some point, we'll buy a bucket and we'll deliver them to the sell point. And then same with these guys, we'll pick them off the ground. There's nowhere to distribute them to. Yeah, but if we look at like the shingle factory, it's missing planks long, missing planks long. Across the board, we have production after production that are short. And so that's the reason why we need a little bit more production capability. All right, so let's... I don't know if I want to put a road around this side just to get out. We should better just do a U-turn. All right, let me run down south. We might do this as a time lapse as we just go up and down, and go get a whole lot more logs. And then I think the next time we will deliver it to the paper mill, which is over here. So let me run down south. I'll do one lap and deliver it over here, and then we'll come back and do another lap and deliver it to the sawmill. So yeah, let's get that all done. Here we are at the paper mill factory. Squeeze through the trees here. And we'll see if we can get our first load ever here done. Trailer's definitely very unsteady. So how do I get around here? Here we go. Trying to squeeze through here. There we go. And we'll get this unloaded. Right, let's turn that on as well. So it's good to see that both the new sawmill, this one, and the paper factory's on. Let's grab another load and get the other factory, the sawmill, active. Might put a road through here. This is actually a good area to log. We can probably clear this and then use it for farmland. So let me run down over here again and we'll pick up some more. We're back again. There's probably about one load worth on the ground here. So, I'm actually tempted to maybe do a little bit more logging. I'll do it off camera for a sec. For another 10-20 minutes of real time. And we might actually generate maybe 1 or 2 more loads worth and really fill up that sawmill and just get all this area completely logged out. But for first, let's pick up this load. That's really full. Yeah, we're going to have a partial load here, so let's get this loaded up. Everything's falling off. And run them back up to the sawmill. So as I was driving up here, I noticed that the stone picker was full, so I tapped across and brought it up here to unload into our northern stone silo. The New Holland also is completely out of petrol and maintenance. So I'm going to stop that for today and we'll resume stone picking probably in December. Quickly go around here. Careful not to hit anything. Yeah, I haven't made that the best approach. Yeah, like the ability to leave here is pretty hard. But let's get another load in. And let's see how much that has meant from a capacity point of view. Oh, it's nothing. It can take a huge amount. All right, so I'm going to do something that's actually quite unstandard for this series. I'm actually going to do a cut right here. I'm going to go play the game for probably about half an hour to an hour of real time off camera and get a whole lot more wood felled. And I'll see you after all that when we start doing the picking up and the delivery. And my plan is to deliver probably another 50 to 100,000 logs up north here. So I'll see you at the end of some very repetitive logging. And this is going to be the last tree that I'm going to cut for November at least. You may or may not know where I am. I went along the field edge over here, along the land that we own. We can turn that off. You'll notice that we've only done half because we don't own the rest. So got a fair few trees. All of these cleared it out, making this a lot wider. We are probably going to buy these pieces of land out here, so these grove will go too. I did this area because it's relatively flat, and I think we can just turn it into farmland. So rather than making the farm go around this island of trees, we'll just continue the field out, maybe, and just leave a path probably through here. Over here by the world border, I finished off the line. So we now have another 8 or 10 piles. To haul this, I was actually thinking about getting a different trailer. The current one we own, if we look under here, under forestry, we probably can sell this for 23 grand. And under here, there's actually a much bigger semi-trailer one. I just think this is going to be more stable because the dolly on the other one is just making it fall over way too much, and it's really annoying. There is another one, 42,000 from the Platinum expansion. I don't really know what the difference is. It says it's 5.4 tons. It's roughly the same size. But this one's $3,000 and 5.9 tons. So roughly, this is a little bit heavier. Different design on the front, but it's just a little bit cheaper. I think I'm just going to buy this and we'll sell the other one. I'm going to go with wide tires because it should give it a little bit more width. And yeah, so $39,000. And let's jump across to the, I think it was the fence that has this one attached. And let's get this one sold. Run up the store here. And then we'll deliver these trees and we'll call it a day. We'll repair this before we sell it. I've been making 6-meter logs because it is the highest yield. If you think of a pyramid, and let's say that the top of the pyramid is, say, 1 unit wide, and it is, I don't know, 10 high, the way that the game calculates what it's worth is the minimum width times the height. So if it's like a pyramid, it would be like 10, 1 times 10. But if you cut it in half, it would be 1 times 5, but then it would be the width at the minimum point to the base. So let's say that it's 10 by 10 at the base. So it would be 1 times 5 for the top bit, and then 5 times 5, because there's 5 height length, so 25. So it'd be 26. So rather than getting just $10, you get 26. And that's how trees work, I believe. I believe it's based on the minimum length, and you get the maximum price per yard per meter at least 6 meters. So if it's 20 meters or 30 meters, you still get the 6-meter price. And so it's based on the minimum width. So the way it works, or what you want to do is make 6-meter planks or 6-meter logs, and and then get more yield out of it. Now, as you go down to 5, 4, 3 meters, you get a lower price per meter. And I think the idea with the 6-meter ones is that's long enough to do most things in housing. You know, if you think about what a wall or a roof truss or something would need in a house construction. So yeah, that's why I do 6. This trailer supports up to 12s, I think it is. If I get the right point. Come on. I'm just missing that point. So from a simplicity point of view, from loading it, you could definitely go with 12s. But that does mean that the log is going to have that narrower point, so you are going to get less. When I did my Silver Run Deforest series, where the whole point was just to log every single tree in the Silver Run map, I did 12, and it was done for simplicity reasons rather than price reasons. The goal was to log the map. The goal wasn't to make money. Money was not a problem. And the good news is this trailer understands the 6s and just does a dual load. So yeah, already this is feeling much more stable, much more enjoyable. And with the Silver Run Forest too, like, because I was cutting so many trees, I just wanted to minimize the amount of time I was spending picking up logs and cutting logs, because every extra cut does slow it down a little bit. But yeah, if you're trying to maximize the worth of a tree, 6 meters is the, whoops, wrong keystroke. 6 meters is the way to go. Yeah, I'm loving how much more stable this feels. The drop-off point for the sawmill over here is pretty close to the water, so we may have to back it in rather than trying to go head first. Yeah, so I might... Now that I know I need to go in like this, what I might do is actually paint that part of the map and make it like a road there. Let's quickly do that. So construction, menu, landscaping, and then we want to paint it with, I think it's asphalt, and we'll use this brush. It is actually tempting to, just from a safety point of view, put in a fence. So I might actually put a fence there, and it's kind of like around the lake, just so we don't have an unfortunate event. Right, I think that's positioned well enough. Undo the straps before we do this, otherwise it doesn't like to unload. And let's get this unloaded. Oh, it took all of that. All right, so let's quickly run back. We'll get the other load. And then we can call it a day. So I'll be right back. All right, another load. Wasn't able to get everything, which is good, I guess. So we still have a lot more on the ground. About another 2 or 3 piles in that area next to the field, and probably about 3 or 4 piles by the world border. I don't know where the sawmill is with capacity. I think, from what we just saw before, it should be able to pick up this many more. Still a little bit unstable load. But it's definitely better than the other trailer. This trailer's quite nice, actually. I like it. Alright, see if this one all goes in. Yep, that goes in. It's got 118,000, if you look at the bottom right corner, in it. There's the helicopter going over. I'm not quite sure what that represents. Maybe it's because there's no train in this world. Maybe they use that mechanic to cause it to go across. I first thought it was the new emergency DLC, but I have that turned off. So I don't think it is. But yeah, if anybody knows why the helicopter goes over, please do tell us in the comments. Bit of a unruly load, but we should be okay. Let me just snake through here. Do it very slowly so we don't roll over. Definitely wants to come off the left-hand side here. Maybe I would go in front forward. As long as we kick it at the last second. Yeah, it should be fine. Alright, let's get these unloaded. And 166,000 litres in that sawmill. So the carton one, the paper mill one, got filled up. And the new American sawmill got relatively filled up. So yeah, it's really good. So still not a huge rate. This is going to last a long time. So that's only 8,000 a month. So that's a lot. That's 20 months worth. So I'm actually tempted to turn, because of the amount, just the sheer amount of wood in there. I'm going to turn these two on and just make some money. I'm not going to turn planks on because I want the original sawmill to have that responsibility. And with that, we'll call it an episode. The sawmill will start producing goods and be spawning stuff out here. The wood chips will start making a pile and we can sell them later. Next time, December, I'm assuming it's just going to be field preparation. We've kind of done the timber responsibilities. And so I think we'll move on to maybe a little bit of terraforming and landscaping in here, make this look better. And we'll also do probably some field creation or expansion. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. And we'll see you next time on the Everything Challenge on No Man's Land. Thanks for watching.